I think 6 months ago, everyone was like, wow, well, AI is so expensive. I have to charge $2 every time someone clicks. Okay. Yes, bleeding edge models are expensive, but the rest of it's so cheap. It's so cheap, you don't have to charge $2 per click. Okay. So there was a certain fear of costs maybe a year ago, right? And then a year ago that started to bleed into greed maybe 6 months ago. Hey, maybe I can triple my price for AI, right? So I talked about how impressed I am with Zendesk, right? I'm also unimpressed with Zendesk. You know why? They want $50 more a month for AI. Zendesk used to be $15 a month. Now it's more and they want 50. What did Atlassian say last week? We're not charging for AI anymore. We're not charging anymore. Salesforce went out. I just did a great deep dive with Mark Benioff, the best, right? They went out with Agentforce. It was $2 not per resolution, just $2 per action to click in Agentforce. Agentforce is working. It's working for the same reason all support and field is working. It's working. As near as any Wall Street analysts can tell, they can't really charge for it. It's being bundled in. Okay? Thank you. So that's the strategic answer. If you listen to a lot of folks want to charge for it, but it is the core. AI is the core. So stop charging for it. If you're not sure today, don't charge for it. Give as much of it away as you can. If the market then lets you charge more for it, great. But like, if you're charging $50 a month for your AI add-on and your competitor builds it in because it's core, you will lose. You will lose, you will lose. So that's gonna happen. No matter what works today, you're gonna lose when the competitor includes it as core to their product. So those are my thoughts. You'll hear a little bit different from, even though HubSpot actually charges quite a bit for their AI, I think if you listen to Yamini and Brian and Dharmesh, I actually don't think they disagree in the future. I think they say they're not sure, right? And Aaron you do pay more for AI in Box now, but I think Aaron has said more and more of it is free, and they've made more and more of it free because it has to be core, because it's core. Yeah.
Hi there.
Hi.
On the VC track,
yes.
Should VCs or are VCs wondering or worried that founders won't need their money anymore? Or otherwise said, do founders need their money and maybe it'll just be the small checks that go away?
Well, look, if you listen to the 20 VC that I do now with Harry and Rory, it's one of the top topics. They've made me, I know a lot, but they've made me think about it a lot. Is your question, are VCs worried about it? No. First of all, a real thing in VC, if you listen to talk to some of the best investors, they say, my job is to give money to companies that don't need it. So many VCs will tell you, the best deal I ever did, they didn't need any money, right? If you talk to Excel a couple years ago, when their best deal was Atlassian, they had to talk Atlassian that was bootstrapped into taking their money at 400 million, right? They had to Atlassian didn't need any money, right? Every VC will tell you a story that some early stage folks, like they hustled in and got a deal, but so many of the founders did not really need, and even if they needed it, they had 10 offers or whatever. So many deals they didn't. So it's not as new as it sounds. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I think, look, VCs want to do deals, but you better not be, and there's a lot of greed in VC and some cynicism, but you gotta love winners in VC if nothing else, and no one would like anything more than that a 5-person company can build $1 billion exit and takes one check and it's from you, like Atlassian. Atlassian only needed one check from Excel and it didn't even need it. Qualtrics, $8 billion, didn't need the money. Excel literally took the Atlassian playbook and read it again with Qualtrics. One check, $8 million. Ryan didn't need it, okay? He and his brother and dad took $100 million personally out at the time. They didn't need it. They bought ski houses and lived their good life, but they didn't need it, okay? And I remember I asked, I think Rich Wong from Excel, who did Excel, I'm like, why don't you do all those deals? Why don't you just do, he's like, we just can't find enough. Of course we want to be the only investor in Atlassian and Qualtrics, of course, right? So my second point, my rambling point is, even if it's true that these 5-person companies come in $1 billion, they might need one investor. So let it be you. Just one, let it be you. And it may be small checks, like a lot of YC and other companies take small checks, but really, when you look back at companies that are very capital efficient, like Klaviyo and the Trade Desk and others, it's really often a little bit of money earlier and then just one round later, and that can be the best deal for VCs ever. So VCs are cognizant of it, but it could be good. It's not new. And three, I met in person Varun, who runs Windsurf, a couple weeks ago. It was so good, right? And one of the things there's many things that differentiate Windsurf from Cursor, but one thing at a business model is actually Windsurf's very enterprise. We did a great SaaStr Confidential with Sam Blond. In like 2 months, they added 100 people to the go-to-market machine. Now they're gonna add like 500 next year, okay? So they probably needed more capital, right? So it's not, everyone that's trying to talk their game and everyone needs $6, and I hope it's true for founders, right? I don't think it's gonna disrupt VC for those reasons, but thank you. Yeah.
Hey, so on the new playbook that you're talking about,
Evolved. The faster AI-infused old playbook. But yeah, keep going, yeah.
Yeah, so what do you recommend, your top 3 recommendations to go faster, like you said, for a very small startup, 3 people, 5 new clients, that's it. What do you recommend for somebody like that?
Well, look, next year I'll have concrete answers. I'm still learning, right? My best recommendation is 3 is still really small, right? All I would just make sure, if nothing else at 3, is that leads are so precious at this stage. You're not overwhelmed with leads, are you? Do you have more people that want to buy your product than you could ever talk to?
Not really. Well,
Yeah.
we just came out of Still a month ago.
So
and we got a distribution channel really good. So
AI cannot make someone buy a product they don't want to buy. AI cannot build a brand, right? But all I would do today, if I were tiny, I would just want to make sure that everyone that touches my product at scale has an amazing experience. Okay. Again, if we go back to the SaaStr AI, 150,000 chats. If you came to SaaStr.com or SaaStrannual.com 60 days ago, you'd have no experience. All you could do is like read our content or buy a ticket, okay, on the 2 websites. Today we've had 150,000 people have had, most of them have had a great experience with us, right? So make sure whatever they are, however they touch you, use whatever AI and other tools you can, so that everyone instantly has an elegant experience. They instantly get the information they need. They instantly get the data. They instantly talk to a synthetic human and then a human. That instantly, if you listen to what Tope kind of teased at where Calendly's going, right? That you don't just have a meeting that everyone's followed up with perfectly and properly at multiple times afterwards and their needs are served and all the onboarding is perfect. And the handful of customers you do get,